Okay, this will be an interesting one. Another thing I'll be donating. I'll be sending it off to a waiting room so someone can have a good read. It's something better than the stupid tabloids and celebrity-related rags like, not rags, but close to rags, like magazines like Woman's Day, New Idea, Woman's Weekly, Who magazine, and stuff like that. We've got something a little bit more stimulating for some people who just don't tolerate this shit about celebrities and celebrity did this, celebrity did that, celebrity ate this, celebrity ate that. I just don't have any interest in that kind of shit. And I know a lot of people would agree with me as well that it's not really interesting to read all that shit. It's just like daytime TV. It's full of, it's what I call cerebral slop. You know, all this daytime shit like Ellen DeGeneres and all that sort of stuff. But basically I just don't watch TV anymore anyway, except when I occasionally am in a waiting room or in a coffee shop and they happen to have it on. But I'm not a person who watches it regularly or at home. It's just something I've just gone off a long time ago. But I got better things to do. I just can't sit and do nothing and just watch. I do like the radio. I do listen to the radio, even though the ads, like the TV ads, I get annoyed. But at least it's got music, and with music you can do things rather than just sit and have to watch it. You don't have to sit in one spot. That's what I like about music. I just can't focus on television anymore for very long. It's just not my thing. Let's see what we got. It's something interesting anyway. It's called Tech Life. I bought this and it's going to be donated to it, as I said, to a waiting room. So there are a lot of technical people out there these days, and it's much more interesting to read this than to read a fucking tabloid. Tabloids almost insult your intelligence. And I'm sure a lot of highly technical people do go into waiting rooms to see their doctors. So if they can have something that's a little bit more to their liking, it'll make the waiting time a little bit better, a little bit more tolerable. So let's see how this looks. Let's have a look. Oh, that looks a bit muddy. Some ways I like it, some ways I don't. I'm wondering if we're going to use this one or we're going to make another. I'm just trying to decide. We're going to use this as our master copy. It looks a bit all over the shop. So this is it. This is the original. We're just going to put it over on the table where we're going to donate those to people who want a good read. We just got a problem with the toner. It's on the black areas again. We sometimes get this problem with the toner bubbling. It just appears to bubble a little bit. It's not nicest thing to have. I don't know why it does it. Photocopiers are very complex and yes, technical. And I'm sure there's a lot of photocopier technicians who probably enjoy reading this if they actually, well, I don't know how many of them actually enjoy their career. It can be a very stressful career, being a technician. And basically they get abused a lot by impatient customers, which is not a very nice thing. And you got to do your job and you got to try and fix it while the customer's getting really angry. So when I get a technician to fix my machine, or I was with the old C353, this one hasn't broken down yet. But basically I just try my best to not appear to be too nervous. Yes, I get nervous. I do want my machine to work, like the people who harass the technicians, but I just go on my computer and let the technician do his business, mind my own business while he's working away at it. He's trying to do his best to fix it. Sometimes they have to come over and sometimes they can't fix the machine because they simply don't have the spare parts on them. So you have to be patient with them and let them come back to get a spare part. So just know that technicians often have to order spare parts. So it's not their fault. They're trying their best to fix it. I don't think there are many technicians who intentionally want to hold people up. But even when I had the technician fix this machine and I left him alone, he still got a bit nervous because there was a huge fault. It was a fault that he couldn't solve straight away. He had to try and fish up some spare parts. The machine I had did not have spare parts available. They had to get a second-hand part for it to get it to work. So basically it's hard for these poor guys, and sometimes you get girls who work as techs as well, but you just got to be careful, just be quiet and let them do their job. I know you need the machine, we all know that. I need the machine too, but I know that these poor guys have to be left alone so that they can do their job properly, because if you pester them, they're going to get distracted. They're going to fuck up their job on your machine, and they may have to order more parts to fix it. So, yeah, just a bit of advice, just a little bit of advice to help people deal with this. I know it's bad not having the machine operational, but you got to just leave the techs to do their bit, to try their best to get it fixed. We're just going to do something different with this. I'm just going to enlarge a small section. I think it'll be there. But basically, yeah, you just got to let them do their job. You know, they're trying their best. They don't mean to be a bit slow. It's just a fucking hard job, and photocopiers are fucking difficult. They are fucking difficult. You got to realise that. You know they're hard to operate. Well, you know that basically they're even harder to fix. And Konica Minolta equipment, I've heard, can be very difficult to service. Very difficult. So it's not nice being a technician having to work on these fuck-up designs. They're shit. Total shit. So you got to appreciate them, what they do. So let's see how we go. See if this looks even better in negative mode and enlarged. We're just enlarging a small section. Well, not quite as nice as I was hoping. It looks too wishy-washy. I'm wondering, what section did we just blow up big? We just enlarged this section and we made it into a negative, but it looks shit house. I'm wondering if we're just going to, I don't know what to do with this. So, okay, right. So let's see how we go here. So I wonder if we're going to keep it on negative positive. It doesn't seem to be, fuck this user interface. So yeah, you got to look after, just let the text do their job, and that's pretty much it. So I wonder if we're going to turn that off, and we're just going to go. Okay, we're just going to do that. I'm just going to go back and try that again. This time with an enlargement. So let's see how this goes. This is probably going to be a prolongated demo. Right, that's interesting. It looks shit house. I've made this magazine look shit. I'm wondering if I'm going to do another, or if I'm going to just fucking lighten it up. So it's not looking too good colour-wise. I think I fucked up this design. I don't know why I'm not doing it all that well this time. So I think we got the brightness on too dark. We had it on too dark, so we're just going to put it in the middle. The copy density will stay in the middle. We're going to take out some of that awful background. It does look awful. And let's see how we go now. Let's see how this goes. See if we can turn this into something nice, even though it looks shit. Alright, let's see. Well, that looks interesting. I don't like the purple there. I'm wondering if we're going to do another one or whatever we're going to do. I don't know what. So this is not turning out the way I was hoping it would. It's got colours. It should have been an easy one to do. So I'm wondering if... what can we do to make this look better? I'm thinking maybe... well, the hue's already warm. Maybe it's it'll look better if I cool the hue down. So doing this photocopier art can be a little bit stressful too, to be quite honest. And maybe we can lighten rather than darken. So let's see if we can make this look even better. And maybe we can enlarge this bigger. We can take a bigger area, make it look even more nice. So let's see how we go. Finish and then start. Normally a magazine like this comes up a treat really easily, but not this time. I think it's the grey background on the picture. I think the grey on the light grey might have made it too grey looking. So now I'm thinking we're going to make that our centerpiece. I'm not happy with this entirely. I think it does look a bit second rate, but we'll see what we can do to make it look better. So I think that's going to be our center. So let's see what else we're going to do. We're going to go here. I'm going to use up a horrendous amount of paper where we're going. So I'm wondering if maybe the hue it's too cold. I don't like that red. So we're just going to pump the hue all the way to hot. We're going to make it a hot hue and see what happens. I've done a bad job of this, but not all my demos go as planned, as you know. It's like totally, yeah, it's like anything technical. And this is a technical magazine. So I'm wondering, that looks more purple. I'm wondering if maybe, terrible, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's not working properly. It's not doing what I want it to do. So maybe we're going to go here and we're going to make the horizontal larger. We're going to stretch the horizontal further to make it look better. And I do think that hot hue looks shit. So, you know, sometimes even artists don't get it right. Just like technicians, artists can stuff things up too, like me. I mean, you know that this is not easy, and yet this is a fucking tech magazine we're trying to make look good, and it's kind of ironic as we're fucking this job up. We just seem to be punching our hands in the air and not hitting anything. So let's see how we go. Somehow it looks like I'm going to have to compromise and call it a shit demo. A shit demo, you get those every now and then. But now we've stretched it, it looks a bit better. I do like the hot pink or the magenta. It looks more like magenta than hot pink. So I'm wondering if we're going to just have to compromise here and maybe just make this. Some of you guys might like it, I don't know. But I fucked it up. I should have just gone for a... When you do the mastering a bit wrong, it doesn't look good, but not all my demos work out. We all have our bad spells that we have every now and then. This is not hardly colourful as I was hoping it would be. So I just feel like this has been a wasted effort to make this demo. So I'm even thinking maybe going back to negative mode, but that didn't work. So we're just gonna, what the fuck? That's funny, when I don't hit the screen properly, it just flashes. Now we don't want 22, we just want 2. So I'm not happy with this overall thing. I'm just really disappointed, honestly. I'm really disappointed. I'm just gonna finish it off. So yeah, even artists have problems, just like technicians have their bad days. Even I have I don't normally not all my demos turn out shit. I just have a couple of bad ones that I normally create in the course of making my art and making my art into a YouTube and Facebook and other social media event. And sometimes you do see me at my worst or at my least productive. You got to just understand that, hey, everyone has their fuck-ups every now and then. Sometimes fuck-ups just ruin your day or ruin your moment. Other times they can take huge chunks out of your life, especially when you're young and you've misspent your youth and you think then you get to your 30s and late 30s and mid-40s and you think, what the fuck have I done? I've done everything wrong in my life. I fucked this, I fucked that. I can't get my fucking youth back. So fucking up, actually this does not look too bad. Now we've assembled it. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. So now we can just call this prolongated demo quits.